The functions f and g are such that f of x is equal to 3x minus 1 and g of x is equal to x squared plus 4. Part A, find f inverse of x. That minus 1 there means the inverse function. So the inverse of 3x minus 1. Two ways we can do this. The simple way is or the quick way is by inspection. So the rule here is to times by 3 and then subtract 1. We're going to do the opposite of that in reverse. So instead of timesing by 3 and then subtracting 1, we're going to add 1 and then divide by 3. The longer way that will always work is I'm going to remember that what the inverse function does is swap the x and the y around. And then I'm going to make y the subject. Excuse me. So I'm going to add 1 and then divide both sides by 3. Either way, that's the answer we get. X plus 1 over 3. That's your inverse function for part A. Right, we're then told that fg of x is equal to 2 lots of gf of x. And we need to show that 15x squared minus 12x minus 1 is equal to 0. So let's focus on the left-hand side first of all, fg of x. So we're substituting the g function into the f function. So I'm substituting this in here. So I'm taking x squared plus 4 and multiplying it by 3 and then subtracting 1. Expanding those brackets, I've got 3 lots of x squared plus 12 minus 1, or just 3x squared plus 11. So that's the left-hand side. Let's now focus on the right-hand side. First of all, there's the 2 at the front. And then what we're doing is we're substituting the f function into the g function. So we're substituting the f function into the g function here. So we're going to do 3x minus 1 squared and then add the 4. And then we've got 2 lots of all of that. Expand the inner brackets. Let's just expand this first of all. So we've got 3x times 3x is 9x squared. 3x times minus 1 is minus 3x. And we've got 2 of those. And then the minus 1 times the minus 1 is plus 1. And then include the plus 4 as well. Collect up those like terms. And then we can multiply all of those terms by 2. And we know that that's got to be equal to the left-hand side that I worked out before. If I now subtract 3x squared from both sides, and let's subtract the 11 from both sides, so that we get 0 equals 15x squared minus 12x, and the 10 minus the 11 is minus 1. And that was what we needed to show.